Good morning, my BESSEY friends and BESSEY fans. My name is Charlie. In the chat sit my colleague, Isabel. When you have some questions, you can write to Isabel and Isabel ask you. And maybe, for example, when you want directly for me a question, can you write to Isabel and I want to answer to you. So I start with this training with the K-body clamp KREV. This is a special clamp. We have this special produce for woodworkers for produce and build fortunes or a wood box and so those things. The special of the clamp is there's a very big surface, and on this very big surface we have clamping force, so more or less 800 kilo clamping force in the whole surface, not on the point, is on the whole surface we have the pressure plate, the pressure. So the movable jaw moves exactly parallel on the rail, and this comes from, we have inside the movable jaw, there's 4 rolls inside, and the 4 rolls is exactly parallel, sliding, you see it here, exactly sliding on the rail. And here the movable jaw, it's only for made the force, 800 kilo clamping force. So we have here protectors for the surface, here protectors. And when you fix a small box, for example, you do it inside, it's complete parallel, and you see here this protector that saves the surface of the fortuners of this small box. When you have a cable clamp with a longer rail, maybe you fix very strong and the rail make a bow, and then it's not press the serration in the surface from the box or the fortuners. And with this parallel is very good throughout the protector, and I will show you, you can use the clamp in front of the rail, side the rail, and when you have no space for fixing the clamp, behind the rail. It's very easy to do this. So for example, maybe do you want to produce a small box, so like this, and then do you want to glue this box and clamp, and then you go to the trolley, take a TG, a normal TG, and then you cannot do directly the TG on the small box. You need 2 wood strips to expand surface from the pressure plate, and it's not damaged the surface. And then you use this so. And when the box is bigger, maybe for example you cannot produce this alone, you need your colleague. They take this wood strip inside, you take the clamp on the wood strips. And here of this big surface is the wood strip included. So we have 800 kilo clamping force, and one, for example, this is about the new clamp. When you want to move the movable, not in this position can move. There's 2 small screws inside here, and here there's 2 small screws inside, and this is a small brake, and then cannot slide the movable. In this position, can you not slide the movable? In this position, cannot slide the movable. You do it in the middle, and then look, it's very easy to move the sliding arm. And the special for this sliding arm is they move not alone down the rail. You need open. Look at this. So With this clamp, we can clamp, and when you open here the end of the rail and you change this, and now you can spread with 800 kilo clamping force. So, and now, for example, you have in your factory a lot of K-body clamps, and then you want to make a small box. It's not a problem. You have small rails. These clamps have rails from 30 centimeters to 2.5 meters. You can buy it a lot of range of the length of the rails. So, and you have in your company, so for example, rails, so 18 centimeter, 1 meter or 1.5 meter, and then you want to make a big fortunus for more or less 2 meters. It's not impossible of this. And then you need to buy this KBX. This is to lengthen the rail. It's very easy. You see this in first, this form, there has the rail form. The profile form from the rail is here, you see it, and the profile form from here. And then you can open the screw without tools. This is important too, without tools, and do this inside. So, and assembly the first screw, and the second, for the second, you use other K-body clamp. Open the rail again, or two, move out the movable, and you can assembly the rail inside this adapter. So, and then here the protectors side by side, KBX, it's not damage the surface. And then comes a small cabinet, wardrobe, other things, and then you can fix it very easy, bigger. You see it? Here, under below is safe, protect the surface. When you finish with this big box or other things, watches or so, then assembly back, very easy. Open the screws without tools, do out the rail, screw back. So, and this one again, so, and now change the movable from spread to clamp. So, and it's very easy, see, and now you have back your K-body clamp. When you have here these pads, this pad is maybe with colored or glue or grinded or it's broken or so. You can buy in a spare part the piece of the plastic, the protectors can buy in a spare part. In the catalog you find it. So it's back. So and now I talk about of big surface, parallel, and very the miter is very good and all. And now I want to make a special form like this. I don't know why, but we want to do it. And now you see it, it's not so comfortable. It's not working. And now this is the next accessory. It's a special adapter. You can move out the pads here and like this. And then you can this slide very easy inside. Here you see this rubber. This is special rubber. It's good. It's good. Not so good sliding for the surface for what you want to clamp, what you want to produce. So, and now you have 15 degrees plus minus. So and then you can very easy fix the special forms like this. Here, protector for the surface, the serration is not pressed in the surface of the wood. Here, special form, and it's very hard fixed, this form. When you finish, do out the adapter like this, assembly back the protectors, and now you have the clamp back, and then you can work a lot of things what you want to do in your factory. So, and now I will show you this here. We have holes here in the protectors, and we have special clamps, the TG6 or LM, but the special is there's all around bolt, and you can stick it here inside, and then you can fix it. Maybe for this clamp you can fix it on a table, and here for the bigger you can fix it here on the workbench for the woodworkers or other workbench. And the special is when it's very fixed on the table, you see the movable jaw is free. You can move with the movable, that is not fixed, it's free moving. So, and now the next adapter is this KP set. There is 4 cubes inside. You can do the 4 cubes stand on a table like this. So, and then you can do the clamps inside. And I have prepared wood. And then you can make with these cubes a very good frame. The clamps, the rail, maybe you remember, that is from 30 centimeter to 2.5 meter, the rail. And then maybe you can make your bed frame self for 2 meters, 2.5 meters. So it's very easy. I will show you. Look. Sorry, it's live. So you see the cubes here? It's only the rail is inside the cube, but I have fixed the screw on this wood panel. This is only for demonstration. Well, I carry always this small demonstration, and I fix it on this wood panel. But when you work on your workbench or so, you can stay without fixing on the table. It's very easy. So then you bring the frame inside the clamps. So and then a little bit on here, a little bit screwing here, a little bit screwing here. And when it's not right, maybe for example, you can open here, close here, so. And when all the miter is finished, is correctly, and you have not more power, in the hand, in the arm, we have here on the back side, the handle, you see this 6-point, this hexagon, and you can do it with the ratch. When you have lost the power, you can do the rest here. Very easy. But here on the plastic handle, we have writing here maximum with the ratch 70 Newton meters, not a hexagon with a 2-meter pipe, only with a special ratch and 70 Newton meters. And then is everything okay, everything is fine. And then you have made very good frame with this special accessory. So And now, for example, do you need to fix a long K-body clamp, not so small, a long K-body clamp here on the top? So, and then when fixed on this side, and when the rail is longer, you have a problem. It's not stay stable, it's not in the balance. And we have, think about this, and we have the solution of this. The solution is, ta-da, K-body clamp with a variable head. You see it? You can move the sliding arm, the protector, and here push the button, and then you can move the head too. And then you have absolute good balance on this board. It's very good in the balance. These clamps start not with 30 centimeters on the rail, they're starting with 1 meters. And the next one, for example, you see you can open both sides, the rail, you can open this or here, and then you can lengthen both sides, maybe for example around the world. This is not a problem. Or you want to press, there's a lot of clamps here on my table, so maybe you want to press from the both side, you can move out this head, and then you can slide in or other movable from a other K-body clamp, and then you can press from both sides. It's very important for when you have strong things to fix, to gluing, or maybe for example for screwing. When you have questions about this clamp, you can write in the chat, and Isabel will help you. And when you have questions about me directly, you can write it to Isabel, and I want to ask you. You see in our commercial break, you can see the range of the catalog, the side, the page of the catalog. And now we want to speak about one-hand clamps. You see here a small range of the one-hand clamps, duo, EHZ or EZ, the family. In first, this is a one-hand clamp EHZ. This is a one-hand clamp. They have so clamping force 500 kilo. Here is the lever to push like this, or you can move like this. But with this on here, the button, you can move fast on the rail. But when you use this one-hand clamps, and I say this is so, for example, 140 clamping kilo clamping force, you become this here when you close the clamp with two hands, and then you have 100 kilo clamping force. Here is a little bit different. Here is only a little bit on the wood panel, on the bulk, on the wood, and it's not strong fixed. And now comes the force when you twist the spindle, the handle, and then you can now, when it's good fixed, the clamp, you cannot open here. You need to do it back, so, and then you can move, and then you can move with the button like this. So 500 kilo clamping force. And now we come to the family of one-hand clamps. We look it on the close with the name of this range of the clampings of the one-hand clamps. This AZS, AZM, AZL, AZXL. XL is the force 270 kilo, 140 kilo, 75 kilo, it's 20 kilo. The one-hand clamp is good for assembly when you made want to make for fair to stand, or you have assembly fortuners, kitchens, and so, or you want to glue a little bit or screw a little bit. This is like a third hand. The technical is very easy. You can push the button here and then slide very fast, and here pump to close. When you push here the button, you can change the head, and now you can spread. But the difference is, this is the minimum you can begin for spreading. With my special duo, it's a little bit different. I talk about later. Okay, you have this minimum to spread. Push the button, and then it's this again. No. Will not go inside. So yes. And here you see on the protector, you see it here, or here's a little bit bigger on the XL. You see it here. So V groove, and then you can clamp or fix round things, and it's not move out. It's very easy. Maybe for mix it for round and 4-point or so. It's the same. The surface is here a little bit bigger, and the difference is the draw depth. The maximum draw depth we have before is 8 or 18 millimeters, and we have here a little bit more, 90 millimeters, also 9 centimeters. This both one-hand clamps have different rails, different lengths of rails. This is 2 size of rails length, and the small one, 20 kilo clamping force, they have a set. There's 2 clamps in one set inside. And now you think, for what you need this? Is this a toy or is a tool, or what is this? Is not a toy. This is a tool, for example. So wood toys. When you repair or produce wood toys and you need a sensitive surface or sensitive pressure, you can do it very easy. Sensitive pressure on maybe for pianos, guitars, wood instrumental, maybe church organ or so things. When you have no space and you need a very sensitive clamping force, you can use this. and the other is for assembly, a lot of things on the fair, in the house, for carpenters, craftsmen, or so. When you have questions about this, please tell me. We have made on YouTube a lot of new movies for use. The clamps, we have movies from one hand clamps, this family, the K-body clamps, gear clamp. And when you go on YouTube and the BESSEY, and then you find a lot of videos in the YouTube channel, or you go in the Instagram. You go in the Instagram, and then maybe, for example, we made a lot of small reels, and then you can see me again when you want. So the family is finished, and now comes my special clamp, one hand clamp, this duo clamp, like this. We have here the button, you see it? The button for sliding quickly, the sliding arm. Here a pump mechanism is inside to close, but here is not push the button, it's turn the button, like this. And now you can spread. It's very easy. So, and we have the same, a little bit the same. You see here these 4 red buttons. You can clamp or fix in front of the rail, side, inside the rail, for made small boxes or made a lot of piece of wood inside. Or when you have no space on the back side, the rail is it working too. But it's not the same than the K-body clamp. K-body clamp is a parallel clamp. Here this clamp is only for fix, not for parallel, only for fixing, for gluing, for screwing or other things. And you see this protector, and now you clamp, and then you change the button to spread, and then you can do in one here, change the protector on the other side. So, and then you can spread very easy and is protect and not damage the surface inside. And you remember the one hand clamp, there is a big size to begin to spread. And when I do back these red buttons here, like this, and then you see the small nupsies here, small noses, and it's very, very important. It's very, very good to work. For example, you have wood panel maybe in front of the kitchen, like this, and like this, and you want to fix it together, gluing together. So, and then you see here, you have no space here. It's very small, very thin. You see it here? It's so maybe, for example, 2 millimeters. And then comes the nupsies in the game. So for clamping, you see it. And you see, I press very hard. You see, the clamp have made a small bow. Or the other side, for example, I turn it, my wood panel. So you see this small node here inside. Maybe you have made a little bit wrong. Turn the button. You can go inside this small area, and then you press it out. Or in the same, you do it back for the same. It's very a good clamp. I very like. It's my favorite of one-hand clamps. 140 clamping force is enough to assembly a lot of things in the house, in the fair, in the garden, dual clamp. There is different length in the rail too, and they have the depth 8 centimeter. So, and now I come to the last one-hand clamp for today. Yeah. So, maybe, for example, you know this. This is a Festool rail. And we have in the catalog, in the range of our tools, this GTR. This is to fix it, the rail on the wood panel, what you want to cut. And now we have this tool here. It's a one-hand clamp to fix this rail again. You can fix the rail from Festool, from Metabo, Fine, a lot of brands of the rail, but not after 2050 the Bosch and the muffle. The form of the rail is a little bit smaller, it's thinner. It's not possible to do in this time our clamp inside. And it's work very easy. You can do it here. Fix the rail on a wood panel. So like this. So. And then you can cut. So very easy the piece of wood and have a exactly cut of on the wood panel. So, but the benefit of this AZR is it is a one-hand clamp. When I turn the head, you see it. And now it's a one-hand clamp with 75 kilo clamping force. And with the special adapter, you can fix, for example, in U-form, you can go over this part of wood. You can change this accessory here on the fixed, on the movable. It's a one-hand clamp to clamp and to spread. It's very easy to change. So like this. So, and then when you finish with gluing, screwing or other things, and you need the AZR back, do this. And now you have back the one-hand clamp. For the rails, there's 2 pieces of one-hand clamp inside the packet. And the benefit is when you have a wrong cut, you can glue it again with the one-hand clamp and everything is fine. So I'll be back. And now I will talk about our gear clamp, our patented gear clamp. The gear clamp in base, you see here a screw clamp. So you see this is a screw clamp, you know, and this is a screw clamp too. The screw clamp is working, you turn the handle, you turn the spindle, and then comes the force, and you feel the force. And here, with this screw clamp, this is the same. You turn the handle, turn the spindle, and then comes the pressure. And you feel the pressure here in the handle. The special is inside, this movable. You see this, we have a small gear inside. Yes, for example, so we have a small gear inside. There is 4 gear wheels with a special plastic. We are looking on the aerospace a little bit with one eye on the aerospace for the special plastic inside. And the specialist, this is a gear they need to work dry, not with liquid, not with oil, only is dry. And it's different plastic and not damaged the other plastic, the, the, the gear wheel not damaged the other gear wheel. And the special is when you close the normal, the TG or GZ screw clamp, when you close the clamp, you feel in the handle how much you press. And the gear inside the movable is the same. When you close the clamp, you feel the force inside the hand. And this is important for the carpenters, for the woodworkers or craftsmen or other things. You feel the pressure exactly. We have here 220 kilo clamping force. We have different rails, length rails, and the draw depth is the same. It's 18 millimeters, 8 centimeters. When you do out this, the protector, you see here, yes, you can see here the V-groove. When you need round things to fix, you can do it here in the V-groove. So the same here, we have a button. When you push the button, slide very easy on the rail. But when you close, only to push, to close and turn the handle. So, and now I come to the benefit about this clamp, gear clamp. You see a shelf, small bore, maybe so for CDs or other things. And now it's maybe inside, it's a little bit broken. You need to gluing or screwing or so. And then you go on a trolley, get a TG and want to go inside, and you see there is no space to go inside the handle. But maybe, for example, you know, we have a lot of things in the spare part, spindle and the handle too. You can cut this and then you can do it after a new handle on the clamping. Now you have no space, you cannot go inside this shelf or board or so. And now close the gear clamp, and it's to have space here for the hand. It's very easy to close, and you feel the pressure. And when it's closed, the clamp, you cannot push the button to open. You turn the force back, and then you can push the button like this. Or other problem have the carpenters, the woodworkers, they want to clamp or fix on a closed surface. Do you want to two piece of wood? So here, two piece of wood, and then you take the TG, the normal screw clamp. It's not possible to have to become not. You cannot have a lot of force. It's not comfortable to use it with 2 fingers. Gear clamp, it's the solution. Look at this. It's very easy to close. You can very good use the clamp when you have special things of closed surface. You have not a lot of space or so. You can use this clamp very good and very easy. 200 kilo clamping force is enough for gluing, for repair other things. So this is our patented gear clamp. When you have questions about the clamp, you can write it. Isabel is waiting of your questions or other things, and then I go to the next tool. So, and now the last one, I'll be back for edge clamps. We want gluing here on the edge, and the time before you make one, you do the screw clamp here on the part of wood, and then we have this spindle in the early time. Fix it with the screw here on the rail, and then you can push down this part of wood to gluing the edge. It's very easy. We have this tool with one spindle, or you can have it with two spindle. And you can use all clamps that goes inside this small space. You see it, for example, TG is working, or you can do it on the all steel clamp. Sorry, you can do it on the all steel clamp. Or you have other problem, for example, you have here this big surface and you need push this part of wood here in the middle. And you have not a clamp to do this. Then you can do it here, a longer TC over the workbench or the table. So, and then you can do this inside. You need to do it back. Maybe, for example, you can use it with both sides. Press down. 1 second, or you can use the KT5. So fix it with the screw on the rail, and then you can push down this. This can you do with the KT5. So, and then we have made a special tool, the H clamp, EK55, EKT55. It looks like this. You see these two buttons of this is special rubber inside. There is not sliding on the surface from the wood. And then you see when you turn the spindle in first comes the both side of this pressure plate. and when the both side of the pressure plate, and then comes the force on the pressure plate, and when you turn it again, and then you see come the spindle and press the edge on the piece of wood. Yes, I know you need 4, 5 tools for make this special H clamp. H clamp from BESSEY AKT 55. So my friends, my BESSEY fans, for example, I'm finished for this training today. We have other training, other part of training too. When you want to see again these clamps, you can look it on YouTube. On the YouTube channel, you find a lot of movies with the clamps. Maybe, for example, me, my colleague have the homepage inside. You find the YouTube channel. When you have questions again, you can write it in the chat. The chat is so more or less 10 minutes after this time open. You can use it, or please use it, the chat, when you have questions about these clamps. And then I can say thank you for your time. My name is Charlie, and I hope back, and yeah, we see us soon in the next training with BESSEY. Bye bye.